Hey everybody, welcome back to Dink and Dissect. On this channel, we focus specifically on shot selection, court positioning, and the decisions that actually win or lose pickleball games. So this is our fourth game in the tournament, and we're really going to focus on these stats right here. So as you can see, we got to the net at a 51% clip. That is truly just a coin flip. We need to do our best to go ahead and get that better. And let me know, do you guys ever record your games and then track your stats like this? Because this has made it crystal clear on what I need to work on, and I highly encourage everybody else to do it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the game. I'm just going to work that way. So I want to point something out right there. We are able to go ahead and punish that, but you can see the return isn't very deep. So it is super important to get deep returns, especially for us because we are stacking in this tournament. Without deep returns, you can be punished quite a bit. Again, this one he takes in the middle of the box, so it's okay. He takes it with his backhand. Oh, and that ball, very good attacking ball. Just I miss it, and it goes into the back wall. Very fortunate right there. So I think we start out to an early 2-0 run. This is one of the powers of driving. So you can see if you have a good drive, you can cause pop-ups like that. This, I think, is where the younger game differs a lot from the older game, is that younger players can obviously move their feet a lot quicker and be there for the pop-up. Very good read on that play. And then we get a freebie right there from the serve. One of the big things, another pop-up from driving. One of the reasons you want to have a big serve is because if you can place it all over the box when you're serving, it can turn into a weapon, and you could be getting 1 to 2 free points per game. They are able to stop that drive, but you can see the intention of why you would continue to drive. If you're getting easy points off of that, you continue to do it until they show that they can stop it. And in that case, they did. We're into the kitchen established there. So very interesting. Decides to try to speed up right at my chest. You can gain a lot of knowledge from that. Next time that he goes to speed up, you would know that, hey, he is ready at the chest level. Let's see if I can hit that right hip and get into that hip area. Make him open up into forehand. One of my favorite attacks right here. Let's go ahead and break this down. So we get into the drop. We make him lean over. So that's one cue right here. We know he isn't moving his feet a lot, but these cross-court dinks are very much in my comfort zone. So I really like to go out towards the outside. As I'm showing you right there, making them spread out wide. There's this big gap right here off the left side of the left side player. But you can see where I'm standing. I am in the middle of the box because I am expecting to reach something out of the air. And if it's not there, it's not going to be an aggressive ball, which I have the time to move my feet and get behind this again. One of the things that you can do off the bounce like this, he gave me a dead ball, and I decided to go ahead and lob it. You have a lot of options. With that dead ball, I can go ahead and speed up at this left side player's right hip. I can hit this open corner back here with a roll. I decided to go ahead with the lob, and it works out perfectly that time. Lots of attacking options on the right side if you are creative and you are willing to be patient. That is a very bad return. We are able to go ahead and get into the kitchen off of the very third shot. We just weren't able to capitalize on that. And another pop-up. We are able to go ahead and just really establish ourselves at a kitchen at a very high clip so far. He had the right idea. So you see right there, the return was okay. I did return it cross court. That gives me more time to run all the way across the court. A good drive. Good job finishing that. So like I was saying, when you are unwinding the stack, you want to return down the line to give yourself as much time as you can to get across the court. The drops have really been working well. Now we are fully established at the kitchen, and we get a speed up off of that. But you want to return cross court so you have time to get across. And good job by this player, maybe 2 points ago now. Wow. The backhand drop to get in there. It was a good attack. He was able to catch it out of the air and just a little bit high. A lot of times that gets hit. But like I was saying, good job by this player on the right side. He was going towards, driving towards my right hand because he knew I would be late. He just drove a little bit too far, and it just goes out of bounds. So that's one of the advantages if you return deep. There's a high likelihood that there's going to be an error, especially at the amateur level, trying to punish you on that unwind. Now, when the return is short, that is a whole different story. That is easy to punish. So look at this. I just want to point this out real quick. Look at how high this drop is. And he's doing that because he's all the way back here. They are down big at this point, and he just wants to get this ball across. So he does a good job taking that out of the air, keeping pressure on. This is a pop-up and a huge overhead for us. But where did that start? That all started from this high third shot drop and just surviving to see one more ball. At the amateur level, you always have to try and get one more ball, no matter how unlikely it is that you may win that point, because you never truly know. Okay, so in this point, the score is 6-1. Let's see how these players respond. So good job dropping into the kitchen. If you would have hit that shot, they would have been established at the kitchen. At this point, if you are down big, you just have to try and focus on getting to the kitchen as much as possible. Big pop-up, it would have put it away down the side. That probably should have been the left side player's ball, but it gets put away either way. A short return, and just can't capitalize on that. And this is not what you want to be doing. When you are up big, we just have two opportunities right there. Get away from us. When you are up big, you want to put this game away because, as you will see, anything can happen. And pickleball is a game about runs, so it only takes one big run from our opponents to go ahead and get back into this. As of right now, it is 2-6. Good job going ahead and continuing to try and reset that ball. You could see as he was trying to reset, he was taking small steps back because he realized they weren't very high quality resets. And you're just trying to give yourself another chance. Man, great serves. You can see what happens when you have a great serve right here. So let's rewind just a few seconds. Look at where this lands. This lands in the back third of the court. And look at this return. It lands in the front third of the court, and they are set up for an easy shot to go ahead and get into the kitchen, which is what you want to be doing. Yeah, look at that drop. We need to make it more difficult for our opponents, but which is what you want to be doing if you are going to get back into a game that you are down big on. So a good lob. The lob has worked out once. We want to continue doing that. Good rallies. Oh, I think he was still in the kitchen. Good patience from this team, going ahead and waiting for that pop-up. A lot of times when you are down, you're just trying to rush through and get into the game as quickly as possible. In this case, there is no shot clock, obviously, in pickleball. So take your time, work for those pop-ups. A lot of dinking right here. And one of the things you can really do if you are up, you can take a lot of chances to be ultra aggressive. And you can see it with that speed up. Good job by the opposing player getting that back, but it just delayed the inevitable. And there, the lack of driving practice reared its ugly head. You could see how high that was. My opponent was able to hit down.
So they didn't get point. They got 6-3.
Again, this is one of those things where now it is 6-3, and we just had another empty possession. Again, not what you want to be doing if you're trying to put a team away. Let's look at this real quick. So one thing with pop-ups, overheads, is that a lot of times people want to go straight, and yes, that can win points. I win points at a 95% of the time when I have a ball like this, just off one shot, because I am going for a hard angle. And look at where this ball's at. It hits the fence before he has a chance to hit another one. Again, I've showed it in previous clips before, but use your angles. You don't have to hit that hard. With the way pickleball courts are set up, if you hit a hard angle, those are gone before anybody can touch it. Use your angles. So let's talk about that real quick. It was a little bit out of bounds, so if that hits, that's a great serve. When you are down, you can't be taking a lot of risks on your serves. You just have to get it in the box and go ahead and try and get back into this point, or into this game. So a gift from our opponents. That's one of my favorite shots. So while yes, this player reads it correctly, if you're able to catch it out of the air and do a heavy roll into this corner, yes, you do give up the option for an ATP, but at the amateur level, the ATP still needs to be hit. At the pro level, obviously, pros can hit that all day, every day with their eyes closed. At the amateur level, how often do you drill an ATP? Probably not very often, so you have to be able to hit it. He did the right read, but just wasn't there, a little bit short. A good drop to get us right into the kitchen off that third shot.
You can go from outside there and make the ball in here if it's not out.
Oh, and they just messed up on the dinking.
He hit it from outside to here, but it didn't go in. It was before the line.
Good job. So that is a hard shot to hit. He hit a drop from behind the baseline, and he managed to make it bounce. The opponent was still able to be aggressive with that, but great teach tape. And this is what you see at the 4-5 level, is that everyone's got more skills and more ability to hit these harder shots. That's not to say that they're easy. Pops it up a little bit. Can we survive this point? Goes ahead and puts it away. Yeah, when they're up that high, 95% of the time, those are going to be put away. Good job serving that into the middle of the box. And look at what you can do with great returns. So this is the power of a great return. So this player is taking a little bit of pace off of his serves because obviously they need to get back into the game. We are able to be aggressive with that return, and look at what he makes him do. He is standing inside of the baseline, and with this return, he has to move back. That is not a natural movement. When you return, or when you serve, you're expecting to go forward. When you get a good return, you can cause an easy error like this. So he has to slide back, take that outstretch with the backhand. Good job with that return. Something that is not drilled enough is those returns.
The easier to take care of the ball. But as long as you can keep it, hit it back, but it's not that everybody comes to the net. He comes to the net right away, you know?
So that's one of those where the drop is kind of high, but we are both just in the baseline, anticipating, ready to reset. Let's look at what we do when this player is about to make contact. So you can see we are both established, sitting, and just waiting for this ball to come back. And now we get that opportunity to be aggressive.
And you want to hold your paddle up to your chest right here.
So a short return allows us to be aggressive there. Good job by this player being prepared for the drive and countering that down towards the sideline. And again, not what you like to see, just a little bit wide. And again, the right idea. Let's see where I am when this stack is being unwound. Okay, so he's making contact. You can see this is a lot better. In some of the previous videos, you can see with the short return, I am still halfway on the left side box as I'm trying to work my way over to the right side. A good return, even if it's high and slow, gives you time to get over to your side and be established. So by the time he's contacting it, I'm not fully set, but I am making my way over there. At least I'm on my side of the box. If it gets over there, that's still a ball that I have to take on the move, but at least I have a chance to get there. Good job being aggressive, taking that out of the air. This time they read it. So this is why pickleball is chess, because they've seen it once. They know I want to hit this angle, and he, as I'm going for my overhead, he is already transitioning over towards that side to cover that. What does that let me know? Next time I get an overhead like that, this corner on the left side, on the left shoulder of the left side player is going to be open because they are covering, they are cheating over towards our left. Just a little wide. That was a really good heads-up play by him. A lot of times, like I said, that point is immediately over. Good job by him keeping that ball in play and earning the point from it. Now we are switched. Oh, good idea. So let's look at this right here. Was that a good ball to speed up on? So you can see it's very hard to want to speed up, at least from my left side positioning, because I'm moving all over the place. When you speed up, you want to be set and you want to be in control. In this case, he's moving. The ball is kind of dead. I don't know if that was the perfect ball to speed up on. But I'll take it because his paddle looks like it's sitting in the front and this line may be open. So a good deep return, again, causes that pop-up. Oh, and that overhead. So you can see I'm no longer going towards that angle because he is over there covering it. I try to go down the middle and switch it up, but a little bit just out of bounds. So good job by these players. You can see their third shots are going a lot higher over the net. And obviously we're going to be able to be aggressive with that. There you see it. Look at this. A short return. Look at where it lands in the middle of the box. Look at where he's at, where he's about to contact this ball, and look at where I'm at. I am still a foot over on the left side square. So when he hits this, if that goes over, that is a clean winner down the line. So if you are going to unwind stacks, your returns really need to be worked on. And that's crystal clear to me now that returns is something that I need to drill much more often. We high five there. We both know we got lucky. A good drop, getting us back in there. Oh, we just missed one of those. Again, that's some of my favorite shots, is going ahead and taking those out of the air and rolling it heavily outside. Let's see what happens if I am able to roll this. So look at where this player is standing. Yes, he is tall, but look at all this open room over here. He's not preemptively sliding over there, so you keep hitting that roll. Once they start sliding down that way and covering that, that's when you want to start hitting that inside foot. A good rally. And so something they do there, why'd they switch the pattern? They switched the pattern because look at how he has to take this ball on the move, and that is the power of the roll. Look at what happens here. A pop-up is earned. Not for everybody. My partner is very tall, so he's able to go ahead and really reach and take this out of the air. And go ahead and just put it right on that paddle, and he can't control it. When you see this dink right here too, that's also an opportunity to Ernie. So something that we need to keep our eyes peeled for. If that opposing right side player looks to bail out, that's something that we need to talk about more often. If I am rolling heavy and this player decides to bail out, that is a shot that we can easily Ernie and finish right off there. That's unfortunate. He pushes it out wide. I try to do a safe shot and put it in the middle because, like I said, I don't want to bail out down this line and leave that Ernie possibility open. So I bail out towards the middle. I put a little margin on it and just get my partner blown up on that. That was a good deep return. My partner's able to take it out of the air. Good job by him going ahead and being prepared with that pancake up top. Very quick hands. Let's look at this. So this is where he earns his pop-up. He's got pretty good hands. His paddle's right around his chest. Puts it up down and smashes it down. A lot of times players are late on that. Really good reaction time. Good deep return. Earns another pop-up. Oh, just unfortunate. So again, the rolls are there. You can see what happens when you roll. So good job catching that out of the air and continuing to be aggressive. At this point, we need to go ahead and give up the kitchen, which we do. Oh, just a little bit wide. Again, really good reactions by this player right here. Oh, good try to try and get that up over one more time. Good resiliency by this team. We've seen it before on this channel where some teams go down big and there's a lot of anger, a lot of pouting, and that's just the opportunity is just given away. So this player has missed quite a few third shots. He has the right idea, so multiple times he's seen the court very well. Look at where my partner is standing, which he should be. He's trying to take a dominant spot, and he's banking on his quickness being able to get over to that spot. And so this player is seeing, hey, who's going to win? Me with a good drop or him with his quickness? It's a little bit high, so that would have been reached anyway, but good court vision right there. When you see someone taking up a ton of space, you want to hit it to where they are leaving open. In this case, it was that left side. With that, let's say he would have gotten it in. That opens up, again, another opportunity, another Ernie opportunity. If that was shorter, my partner could have jumped this corner and hit a hard cross-court angle and just been a winner right there, which makes for really good highlights. Good job. These players are patient. Oh, so he had an opportunity to jump in on that with the forehand. It was the correct play. Just the execution didn't work out for them that time. And good reset. This is what you drill all the time. Let's watch that again. So you drive here because they give you a very drivable ball right in the middle of the court. Shoot it just anywhere at their chest. And it's going to come back hard. You just want to absorb that pace and get low and be ready for these. You know that it's going to be 2, 3, 4 shots before you can finally get into the kitchen and settle that ball down. And there we go. Just having patience and realizing which ball that you can come in on. And when you earn that pop-up, in this case, it was as soon as we got to the kitchen, being calm and putting it towards a corner where you can put that game away or put that ball away. A good drop. He's able to take this down low. Lucky here. So good read because I know my partner is coming in towards the middle. This left side of his is very open. But knowing that he is coming towards that middle, that gives me permission to slide, which is what you see here. Look at where he's at right now. I know that. I can hear him right next to me. So when this ball comes in hard, I am not even considering covering over here towards the middle. I am covering my body, and I'm willing to slide, and I put 2 hands on that to go ahead and counter that back hard. But in this case, it goes off the top of my paddle. I get lucky, and it goes off his paddle. Just a very messy execution, but the idea, the framework is there. That comes from a lot of practice playing with your partner. So look at these. That's the game right here, but this is a good point to highlight. Look at this point. So they are able to take this out of the air, be kind of aggressive. It's landing at our feet. He's able to put that over kind of high. Again, they have another aggressive shot. We are just waiting here. Paddle out in front and just waiting to go ahead and try and put this ball back and settle it down. He makes an error there, pushing it out wide. It would have been a good ball if he put a little bit more pace on that. But with this, he just sets himself up for another counter, and we were able to win the game off of that point. So there you have it. We were able to go ahead and squeak out this game 13-11. So let me know, do any of your games look like this? Do these stats help you out? Do you think this is truly 4.5 level play? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe because we will be doing another video very shortly.